Hello everyone. Okay, so in this session we will continue our lecture with the topic 2. Okay, so basically topic 2 is about the beam analysis. Okay, so as usual, let's we look into the learning outcomes before we discuss in further in this particular topic. Okay, so basically what you can see in this slide, this is the list of learning outcomes that you should grab once we have completed the topics. Okay, so first is you should be able to determine the linear and angular displacement of a beam using visual method and the moment array method. Basically, they have two methods that you're gonna to learn in this topic to calculate the linear and angular displacement of a beam. And besides, you will learn how to draw the influence line of a reaction, shear force, and bending moment for determining beam. And the last but not least is you should be able to determine the reaction, shear force, and bending moment at any location when load moving along the members. Okay, so by looking on this slide, basically you will learn three methods in this topic. Okay, which is visual method, moment array method, and the influence line diagram. Okay, the first two methods here, which is referred to visual and the moment array method, is a method that you being used to calculate the displacement and the rotation in the beam. Meanwhile, for the last method, so this method is being used to calculate the reaction forces, shear force, and bending moment in a beam based on the moving load. Okay, so in other words, this particular method is very useful in designing or analyze the bridge structure. Okay, so without further ado, let's discuss in detail on the visual method. Okay, so in this method, you have two equations, okay, to know, which is equation of displacements and the equation of rotation. Okay, so basically the equation of displacements based on this method can be seen here, which is 1 unit load multiplied by delta equal to the integration of m, small m multiplied with the capital M divided by EI. Okay, so the small m is referred to the moment that can be obtained by using the visual diagram. Meanwhile, the capital M is a moment equation that you need to figure out from the actual diagram. So we will look into this in detail, how to get those moment equation. Okay, so if you compare these equations with respect to this particular equations, the equation is I can say that similar. It's exactly similar, but these equations is the intention to get the angles or the rotation in the beam. Okay, so the difference between them is about how we apply the apply the load. Okay? For the displacement, you need to apply 1 unit load. Meanwhile, in the rotation, you need to apply 1 unit moment. So we will look into this further in detail later on in the example. Okay, so let's we move on this slide. Okay, so in this slide basically is telling about the displacements of beam that incorporate with the settlement, where you can see that they have equation for the axial force and they have an equation for the bending. Okay, so basically this for beam. Meanwhile, for the axial force is for the, we will use this equation in the thrust analysis in the next topic. Okay, so we will focus on this equation in these sessions, where you can see that the equation of visual work plus with the settlement. Okay, where due to the if there is a settlement effect in the beam, so you need to take into account of this settlement effect, and you just add up with the equation of visual work. That means a displacement due to the load. Okay, so what you can see here is this equation of visual load is based on the settlement that affected by the load applied. Okay, so this is due to the settlements, for instance, the settlements of a soil. Okay, so and settlement sign must be based on the direction of visual log. If negative signs, it will be opposite direction with respect to the visual log direction. Okay, So I don't want to waste the time to discuss on this in detail. So we will look in detail on the example. So we start off with the example 3. Okay. So what you can see in this example, we have a cantilever beam that loaded by the UDL load with the amount of 12 kN per meter, given that the E is equal to 200 JPa and the I is equal to 500 times 10 to the power of 6. Okay, so and for the visual work method, you need to have a two diagram that you can see obviously here. So you need to have a real load diagram and another one is a visual load diagram. So the real load diagram you can simply obtain by copying exactly from the equation. Okay, so without changing anything. Meanwhile, for the visual load, you must be based on the equation. Okay, so since the equation asking about the displacement of point B, okay, I can say that this is a vertical displacement at point B. You need to apply one unit load at point B. So what you can see in this diagram. Okay, so one unit load at a point B. And the next process, okay, so you need to calculate, means you need to determine the equation of moment, okay, that I have shown in the equation. So the small m and the capital M. Okay, so the small m is referred to the equation that you can get it from the visual diagram. Meanwhile, for the capital M, you can obtain it from the actual diagram or the real diagram. Okay, so the next step is to get the equation of moment or based on this diagram. Okay, so basically in this example, it's not required to determine the direction as support. Okay, since the x is from B, we consider the x is from B. So to get the equation moment, so you need to apply your foreknowledge that you have done in the solid mechanics, which is a cut section method. Okay, so since we have considered the x is from B, so we are not required to calculate direction at A. Okay, so it is the easiest way to solve this problem. Okay, so based on this diagram, you can see that we only have one number of cut sections. So in this slide, you can see that considering the actual or the real diagram, okay, so the moment is equal to, the equation of moment is equal to negative 6x squared. Okay, so meanwhile for the visual diagrams, you can see that the moment equation is equal to negative x. Okay, so and you can tabulate into the table, but in this case it's not necessary because you only want numbers of cut section. But if you deal with many numbers of cut section, for instance, you have a 3, 4. It's very practical to put all the equation into one table. Okay, what you can see here. So you can indicate the limits. Okay, for the first column, the real load equation of moment, the visual load equation of moment at the last column. Okay, so once we have obtained the equation of moment for the real and the visual load, you can simply to use this equation of visual work. Okay, so since we deal with the displacement, you need to use a visual work equation for displacement. So the range is based on the cut sections range that you have considered in order to calculate the equation, to determine the equation of moment. So since the range for these cut sections is 0 to 10, okay, so only one numbers of cut section, 0 to 10. So the L here is referred to 10 meter. So the small m you can simply to get from the table, which is a negative x. The capital M is a negative 6x squared. So the rest is a mathematical process. So you can simply using a calculator or you can calculate manually. So by looking on this solution, you can see that the displacement value is equal to 150 mm downwards. Okay. So let's say we apply this 1 unit load upwards. Okay, so if you repeat this example again by applying the 1 unit load upwards, so your final answer will be in negative. So in negative. Okay, so you can. I hope that you can see how the effect of applying 1 unit load in different direction or positions in the visual diagram. so it will give the different sign in the final answer. Okay, so let's we move to the second, the fourth example here. Okay, so in the fourth examples, basically what you can see here is the question is exactly similar to the example 3, but then they have additional information given here where the steel beam settled at support A. Okay, so the steel beam is settled at support A with amount of 10 mm. Okay, so the rest is remain the same. Okay, how to solve this problem? So basically, the step remain the same, where you can by looking on this slide, everything is similar, but you need to add up the effect of displacement due to the settlements at support A. So basically, this equation is to calculate the displacement due to the applied load, okay, on a beam, and we have calculated this value where it is equal to 150 mm or equal to 0.15 meter. So, and to get the total displacement at the point B, okay, for this example, so you just set up the 10 mm displacement value due to the settlement at the support A. Okay, so the final answer will be equal to 160 mm. Okay, so I think it doesn't significant difference between example 4 and example 3. Okay, so let's continue with example 5. Okay, so in this example 5, what you can see that here we have a cantilever beam again, but it is applied by the 3 kN load, a point load at a point A, so we're at a free end of a beam. So for this time, we will calculate the slope angle or the at the point B, where you can see that the mid length of a beam. Okay, so as usual, you need to have a two diagram. So you need to have a real diagram and you need to have a virtual diagram. Okay, for the real diagram, as usual, you just copy down that diagram exactly. For the virtual diagram, since the questions asking to calculate the slope at the point B, so you need to apply one unit moment at the point B, what you can see in this diagram. Okay, and you need to decide how to consider the x. So based on this solution, basically the x is measured from A. Okay, from A. So and how many cut section? So if you look on this real diagram, so they have one cut section. For the virtual diagram, basically you can see that they have two numbers of cut section, which is A to B and B to C. But in the reality, you need to consider two numbers of cut sections for both of these diagrams. In other words, for the real diagram, the equation of moment for A to B and B to C will be the same. Okay, by looking on this slide, okay, the solution here. Okay, so this is for the real diagram. Okay, where you can see that the moment equation is equal to negative 3x. Okay, so let's say this is A to B. So since B to C is similar, okay, so that particular range is not shown here. So because the same equation will be obtained as what we have done for the A to B. Okay, for the virtual loads, you can see that we have two diagrams, two free body diagram. So this is A to B, which is a range of 0 to 5. And from here, you can see that the moment is equal to 0. So another range, which is a B to C, the range is 5 to 10. And the equation moment is equal to 1. And the next, you can summarize all the equation into this table that we have seen in the previous example. Okay, so and you can see that we have a limit 0 to 5, 5 to 10. So for the first limit 0 to 5, we have an equation of moment for the real load is equal to negative 3x. For the virtual load is a 0. So meanwhile, for range 5 to 10, we have a negative 3x for the real load and 1 for the virtual load. Okay, so and next step, you just apply the equation of virtual work method for the rotation, where we have this equation. Okay, so since we have two limits, so you need to have two terms, which is for 0 to 5 and 5 to 10, and plug in all the equations accordingly into this particular equation of a virtual work and simplify it, or you can using your own calculator, or you can simply using you can calculate it manually. And finally, you can see that the value of angles at point B is equal to 0.009375 radian. So it is counterclockwise. But you can see in the number is a sign. The number is a negative sign in sign. Okay, why? Because in this case, you can see that we have applied 1 unit moment in a counterclockwise, but in reality you can imagine that here the load is applied downwards, so this load will turn this beam in a counterclockwise. Okay, so but here we have applied the 1 unit moment in counterclockwise, which is opposite from the actual rotation of this beam. So due to that, that's why you got negative sign here. If you repeat this problem again by applying 1 unit moment in counterclockwise, so for sure you will get this positive sign. Okay, so that's why here it shows the actual directions of beam at the point B. Okay, so I think that's it for this session. So we will continue the another example in the next session. Okay, so see you.